I found out my own family planned to kick me out the night I came home holding a $5 million lottery ticket. A week later, I turned my sister's birthday into public humiliation. I'd been working double shifts for years to keep our busted house afloat. That night in Louisville, I walked up to our porch soaked and exhausted, thinking I was finally bringing relief. Then I heard a champagne cork pop inside. Laughter. In our house. I leaned into the door and heard my sister, smug and loud. The family already got the $500,000. We don't need him anymore. Then my dad, low and ice cold. We have to find a way to get rid of him before he finds out. So I walked in like I'd heard nothing. My heart was hammering, but my face stayed blank. They hid the bottle behind the couch. Mom waved overdue notices and cried about the power getting shut off tomorrow. My sister demanded my paycheck for her migraine meds, wearing expensive perfume. I mentioned a rumor about buyouts near the riverfront. Mom stared me down and snapped that I should stop listening to gossip and work harder. She lied so smoothly it made my stomach flip. Dad slid a folder over and pushed a pen into my hand. Sign this, it's just paperwork for the bank. The title said, Waiver of Residence and Inheritance. Cute. I faked dizziness and went to my room. I locked the door and hid the lottery ticket where no one would look. The next morning, I went to the city records office and asked about our block. The clerk pulled it up. $500,000 buyout. My dad's signature already filed and a deposit transferred last week. They'd had money while I was paying bills. On the drive home, I called the bank. Sir, there's a $5,000 charge at Gucci yesterday. Do you want to dispute it? No, I said. I know exactly who swiped it. When I got back, my bedroom was trashed. Drawers yanked open. Clothes everywhere. They'd been hunting for my stash like I was a walking ATM. At dinner, Mom dropped the electricity bill beside my plate like a command. I slid it back. I'm not paying it. Dad slammed the table hard enough to rattle the plates. Then sign the papers or get out. 3 days later, my sister came flying down the stairs screaming that I stole her diamond necklace. Give it back, you filthy thief. I didn't even stand up. You sold it for a designer bag. Stop acting. My parents didn't ask a single question. Dad slapped the waiver onto the coffee table. Sign and leave tonight or I call the police for grand larceny. They thought fear would make me fold. I signed. I grabbed my suitcase and headed for the door. I turned back once. You want me gone? Fine. Just don't regret kicking out the most valuable thing in this house. Then I left. They ran a smear campaign. My sister posted that I was a drug addict who stole from elderly parents. Neighbors messaged me for the truth. I stayed silent and built my counterpunch. I claimed my lottery prize anonymously, moved into a high-rise, and called my best friend an event planner. I want one thing, I told him. Public humiliation. We sent sleek invites to everyone my sister cared about. Friends, cousins, her influencer circle, luxury yacht party, champagne and food covered. Same night as her birthday. Everyone RSVP'd yes. Loyalty is cheap when the drinks are free. On the yacht, I went live and made sure the camera caught her ride or die friends dancing and popping bottles. My phone lit up. My sister. I connected the call to the yacht speakers. The music cut off in the middle of a beat. Every head on deck snapped toward me. The whole place went dead quiet. Her voice blasted out, "How dare you steal my guest, come home now." I let the silence sit for one full second. You said you didn't need me, happy lonely birthday. Then I hung up and handed the mic back. Right after, we posted receipts. The buyout papers with my dad's signature, the bank statements, and the audio from that champagne night. We have to find a way to get rid of him. Sponsors dropped my sister. Neighbors turned on my parents. Their poor, hardworking family act died in public. 6 months later, they showed up at my building gate, looking like strangers, wearing my relatives' faces. Mom cried into the intercom. Dad begged for one last chance. My sister wouldn't even look at the camera. I didn't open the door. You sold me for $500,000. The transaction ended the night you kicked me out. Then I called security and went back upstairs. What would you have done? Cut them off or take them back? Drop your take in the comments.